Good evening everyone and welcome back to the Dusty Classic. We are here in day number 45. We're kicking things off with the Chosen Bros. Of course, Jeff Cobb, the channel legend himself, and Mr. Matt Riddle going up against the team of Mexasquad. We have got Bandito in the ring and Ray Horus on the outside. In the previous round, we saw the Chosen Bros defeat the world's greatest tag team. Of course, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. And the Mexasquad defeated the Guerreros, which was a big one as well. Weren't quite expecting Eddie and Chavo to get knocked out so early, but they did so from the Mexasquad. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun night, I think. With those two big matches, a pin here locked in by Matt Riddle on the inside of the ring as Cobb has Horus locked on the outside. Now, I don't know how long this will go for, this team between Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb, because I feel like if we want to stay true to realism, I believe Jeff Cobb will start teaming up with the Great Okan soon. Of course, a part of the Empire in New Japan. Of course, alongside Will Ospreay as well, a part of that stable. I've got a stable idea for Matt Riddle as well that involves basically just a load of high wrestlers. I'm thinking like Matt Riddle with Rob Van Dam and Matt Sydal. Just some really high guys to put together called, I don't know, like the Mile High Club or High Frequency. I don't know. Something to do with being high all the time. Some sort of stoner squad, I think, would be a good idea. So I might do something along them sort of lines in the future. But yeah, I think Jeff Cobb joining up with the rest of the guys of the Empire would be a good idea. We haven't seen the Great Okan yet. Will Ospreay is struggling lower in the rankings, but with his recent New Japan victories, and obviously becoming the first ever British person to become the New Japan main champion, maybe we need to relook at what we do with him and maybe give him a bit of a boost stat-wise as well. I think we should really. I think I'm sort of looking now more at the stables that we have, and I think in the future I might try and utilise some of those. Maybe not so much in like storyline ways, but I mean, there's no reason why we can't start having a heel Jeff Cobb and Great Okan managing Ospreay in the ring, making it a bit easier. Of course, there's a ladder coming out underneath the ring by Bandito. Remember, these matches are no disqualification, no countouts here in the Dusty Classic. The pinfalls and submissions have to take place inside the ring. Matt Riddle setting Horus off the ropes, looking for that kick. But Horus fights back and then into that spiked DDT. There's the pin, and Bandito has Jeff Cobb blocked off. It's only enough for a 1 count, though. Oh, Jeff has re-enters the ring. Of course, Jeff Cobb is our current champion of YouTube that we do on our stream. So if somebody was to pin Jeff Cobb, you guys would have a good reason maybe to consider giving them an opportunity at the YouTube Championship this Sunday. Sunday. Of course, on Sundays we are doing Cyber Sundays most of the time. As a cross armbar here locked in by Bandito on Matt Riddle. Jeff Cobb slides in. And some big strikes, but now it's a big opportunity here now for the Chosen Bros while Ray Horus is down the outside. It's 2-1 on the inside. There's a big Pele kick, and that's going to be painful for Matt Riddle because he's got no boots on. He just literally hit his metatarsal straight across the forehead of Bandito. And then catches him with that GTS as well, followed up with a running knee strike. And Jeff Cobb now picks him up as well. Chokes him up into a belly-to-belly suplex, just launching him across the ring. Ray Horus, though, catches Jeff Cobb, takes him down in a belly-to-back slam. And going for some acrobatic wrestling-style maneuvers against Jeff Cobb, which is an interesting one because, of course, we know that Jeff Cobb is a fantastic collegiate-style wrestler. Ray Horus now dumping Matt Riddle to the outside, stalking though. And Ray Horus dives through into that tornado DDT as Bandito now taking down Jeff Cobb, rolls him over into that single leg Boston Crab. spinning knee strike there by Ray Horus on Matt Riddle. Jeff Cobb able to break free from the submission. Matt Riddle clattering Ray Horus on the side of the head. I live in a little industrial state. I live in a little estate, you know. There's no through traffic at all, and the road outside my house must be, I don't know, about 20 meters, 30 feet, something like that. Why on earth are there people putting their foot down and going like 40 miles an hour? So I know I'm speaking very British measurements here, but you get the idea. People are basically going as quick as they possibly can outside my house for no apparent reason. I'm getting old now. I'm moaning about the youth of today, driving their cars fast around my house. Ray Horus now taking Matt Riddle up in a butterfly backbreaker. It's a really, really good match so far. Jeff Cobb and Bandido still fighting on the outside, standing Spanish Fly. There's a big tour of the island on the outside by Cobb, but he is a long distance away as Ray Horus is able to get the pin on Matt Riddle. And tell you what, I don't think Cobb will be happy with that. I don't think Cobb will be happy with the fact that he's just been knocked out of this competition and suffers a loss and a minus ranking point because of his tag team partner. Well, I think we can say from this point on possibly his former tag team partner, unless the show dictates it's a good idea to put them together still. I feel like we are probably going to start moving forward with Jeff Cobb teaming with the Great O'Khan or within somebody else within the Empire. I'm not quite sure the layout of that stable as of yet. I know Jeff Cobb and the Great O'Khan team together as part of the World Tag League, I think. So maybe we'll have a look. We'll see how it goes. But there we go. Victory for Mexasquad. Let's see who they'll face off against in round number 2. It's going to be another really interesting match. And here we go then, match number 2 of the evening. RingKampf, we've got Walter and Timothy Thatcher going up against The Miz and John Morrison. Just realised Walter's working double duty tonight. He's also going to be part of our WrestleMania show tonight. He'll be taking on Keith Lee. And so he's got a chance to get himself 2 ranking points tonight. But he also has a chance to get minus 2 ranking points. So he needs to really, he needs to really look at what he's doing here. And make sure that he does come out on top of this one. Of course, talking of stables and that as well, Walter, the leader of Imperium. This is RingKampf. This is essentially Imperium before they moved to WWE, isn't it, essentially? But Thatcher, I don't know, is Thatcher still part of it? I did read somewhere that Thatcher was going to be involved somewhat with Imperium ages ago. But I don't think it ever happened, or if it did happen, it was very short term. But yeah, that's a question for me to you. But yeah, I think if we want to build up this stable, I think that would be a good way of doing it, to be honest. Throw in Timothy Thatcher as part of Imperium alongside Eichner and Marcel Barthal. And is it Alexander Wolf? There's 4 now, isn't it? And Wolf is someone I'm still debating as well. I can't decide whether to have Alexander Wolf as part of Sanity with Eric Young and Killian Dane, or just ignore Sanity and just go down the Imperium route with Wolf, and the EY can be part of Team Canada. So I'm undecided on that one yet, but again, you guys can let me know what you think is best in the comment section down below. Interesting match so far, and Walter is looking good. There was the pin, but Morrison was able to get in there and protect the Miz. As Thatcher now locking in that Fujiwara armbar. Starship Pain by Mundo, and that's enough though. Mundo had his back to it, and Thatcher was able to get the tap out on the Miz. Wow, RingKampf absolutely aced that in a super quick match. And we're going to have RingKampf versus the Mexasquad in the next round then. So Miz and Morrison are eliminated. Lovely jubbly. And as you can see, Starship Pain there by Morrison did not notice the Fujiwara armbar until it was a little bit too late. Just see he'd already tapped before Morrison was able to get there and put the kick in to try and break it up. But there we go. RingKampf, Walter and Timothy Thatcher move on to the next round. They will face off against the Mexasquad as part of episode number 55. So 10 episodes away. So we're not far away. I don't think we're far away from completing... there's 3 more episodes of round 2. So we're getting there now. We are getting there. Tomorrow we will have the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian and the Warlord, going up against the Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer and David Boy Smith Jr. And the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E will go up against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, leave a good stuff, and I will see you again tomorrow for our next episode of The Dusty Classic. Good night.